G'day and welcome. Let's take a moment together, shall we? We're going to embark on a gentle journey, a quiet float above a place of remarkable tranquility. Below us lies Ezhou, a city nestled in the heart of China, cradled by ancient rivers and breathing with a rhythm all its own. From up here, the world seems to slow down. The usual hustle and bustle fades into a soft, distant murmur. This is a special perspective, a chance to see the world not as a series of destinations, but as a single, flowing tapestry of life and land. Our flight begins in the soft pre-dawn light. The sky is a canvas of deep indigo and soft violet, just beginning to blush with the promise of a new day. The air is still and cool, carrying the scent of morning dew rising from the vast plains and waterways. We are suspended in this peaceful moment, floating effortlessly like a seed on the breeze. Now watch closely as the sun makes its grand entrance. It peeks over the horizon, a brilliant orb of liquid gold, and its first rays spill across the landscape like a gentle flood. The great Yangtze River, a lifeblood of this region for millennia, is the first to greet the light. It transforms from a dark, mysterious ribbon into a shimmering, golden highway. The mist that has gathered over the water during the cool night begins to dance and swirl, catching the light in 1,000 tiny prisms. It's a truly magical sight, a daily spectacle of nature's artistry that has played out here for countless generations, a reminder of the constant beautiful cycles of our planet. The light continues its journey, moving from the river to the city itself. It kisses the rooftops and glides down the sides of buildings, slowly chasing the shadows away. The city begins to stir, but from our peaceful perch, it's a silent, graceful awakening. The straight lines of the streets and the gentle curves of the parks become more defined, etched in light and shadow. We drift over the water, following the majestic sweep of the Yangtze. Look there, at the surface of the river. It's like a vast, hammered gold shield, reflecting the ever-brightening sky. Small fishing boats, which looked like mere specks just moments ago, now become visible, their silhouettes dark against the brilliant glare. They move with a practiced ease, their occupants already at work, their lives intrinsically linked to the rhythms of this mighty river. Now let's turn our gaze to the structures that connect this city, the arteries that carry its lifeblood. The bridges of Ezhou are magnificent from this height. They are not just functional crossings, they are elegant statements of engineering, spanning the vast expanse of the Yangtze with grace and strength. Look at the Ezhou Yangtze River Bridge, its colossal towers reaching towards the sky like sentinels guarding the waterway. Below the grand bridges, the city's boulevards and streets unfurl like intricate patterns on a carpet. They are the pathways of daily life, and from up here we can see the gentle, rhythmic flow of traffic beginning to build. Tiny vehicles like colorful beads on a string move with a surprising orderliness. They pulse through the city's heart, along wide, tree-lined avenues, and into the smaller, winding streets of older neighborhoods. We float over the central districts now, where modern architecture stands proudly. Gleaming towers of glass and steel reflect the bright morning sky, their clean lines and sharp angles creating a striking contrast with the soft, organic shapes of the surrounding natural landscape. We can see the West Lake, a jewel of water and greenery, nestled right against the urban core, a perfect example of this thoughtful integration. As we drift, we notice the details. We see the terracotta roofs in the older parts of town, a warm, earthy contrast to the cool blues and grays of the newer buildings. From this peaceful distance, the city is not a place of noise and rush, but a complex and beautiful organism, its many parts working together in a silent, graceful dance. It is a spectacle of human organization, viewed with the calm detachment of a cloud. Let us now drift away from the city's structured heart and float over its green sanctuaries. These are the parks and gardens, the city's lungs, which breathe life and tranquility into the urban environment. From our high vantage point, they appear as lush emerald jewels set within the city's grid. Look at the vast expanse of Xishan Park, a tapestry of countless shades of green. The canopy of the trees is thick and unbroken, a soft, textured blanket covering the rolling hills. Winding paths, barely visible from here, meander through the woods like gentle streams, inviting people to wander and find peace within the embrace of nature. We can see the gentle slope of the hills and the way the trees cling to them, a testament to the resilience of nature. The park is a world unto itself, a place where the pace of life slows to the rhythm of the seasons. We glide onwards, our shadow passing over smaller parks and green squares dotted throughout the residential areas. Each one is a small oasis, a community's shared backyard. These spaces are woven into the very fabric of the neighborhoods, ensuring that no one is ever too far from a patch of nature. They are the quiet places where friendships are formed, where children play, and where the elderly gather to talk and watch the world go by. From this perspective, the importance of these emerald sanctuaries becomes profoundly clear. They break up the monotony of concrete and asphalt, providing visual relief and a connection to the living world. They create a beautiful mosaic of green and gray, a balanced and harmonious urban landscape. Ezhou's parks are not just land, they are an investment in peace, health, and happiness. Leaving the dense greenery of the parks, our journey now takes us over the city's other natural treasures, its serene lakes. Ezhou is blessed with an abundance of water, and from the sky these lakes are like polished mirrors, reflecting the vast blue canvas above. Let's hover for a moment over the famous Yangtze Lake, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the province. Its scale is, honestly, just breathtaking. It stretches towards the horizon, its edges fringed with wetlands and reeds that sway gently in the breeze. The water is a placid sheet of silver blue, its surface disturbed only by the occasional ripple from a passing boat or a bird landing. The lakes are a different world from the powerful flowing Yangtze. They are places of stillness and reflection. The water here is calm and contemplative, inviting a slower pace of life. Along the shorelines, we can see the intricate patterns of aquaculture farms, their neat squares and rectangles creating a fascinating geometric pattern on the water's surface. This is where the famous Wuchang bream are raised, a local delicacy that has been celebrated for centuries. Look at the way the light plays on the water. In the calm bays, the reflection of the sky is almost perfect, a flawless mirror image of the clouds drifting lazily overhead. Where the wind gently touches the surface, the reflection shatters into a million shimmering diamonds of light. We can see small pavilions and fishing platforms dotting the shoreline, structures built for quiet contemplation and leisurely pursuits. These lakes are the city's reflective soul, places where people come to clear their minds, to fish, to boat, or to simply sit and watch the light change on the water. As we drift over these tranquil bodies of water, we can appreciate how they define the landscape and the life of the city. From our peaceful vantage point in the sky, Ezhou's lakes are its quiet, contemplative eyes, gazing up at the heavens and reflecting the timeless beauty of the world around them. From our serene position, let's zoom in a little, not with a lens, but with our attention, to observe the gentle patterns of human life below. Watch the open-air markets, which from here look like vibrant, colorful patches on the city's fabric. We can make out the neat rows of stalls, their awnings creating a striped pattern of red, blue, and yellow. We can't hear the chatter or smell the fresh produce, but we can sense the energy, the gentle hum of commerce and social interaction as people go about their daily shopping. Now let's float over the city's schools and universities. We can see the open sports fields, their bright green ovals and rectangles standing in sharp contrast to the surrounding buildings. If we look closely, we might see tiny figures moving on the running tracks or spread out across a football pitch. These are places of learning and growth, where the future of the city is being shaped. Our aerial path now takes us over residential neighborhoods. Here, the rhythm of life is softer, more personal. We see a mosaic of rooftops, from the traditional tiles of older houses to the flat tops of modern apartment buildings. In the spaces between, we can see communal courtyards, small gardens and laundry hanging out to dry in the gentle breeze, fluttering like prayer flags. These are the intimate spaces where families live, where children grow up, and where the day-to-day stories of life unfold. Even the industrial areas on the outskirts of the city have a certain grace when viewed from above. The large warehouses and factories are laid out in neat geometric patterns, connected by a logical network of roads and railway lines. We can see the slow, deliberate movement of cargo and vehicles, part of a larger, complex system of production and distribution. While these areas are the engine rooms of the city's economy, From our peaceful perch, they are just another part of the intricate human tapestry. Let's pull back again to a wider perspective and appreciate one of Ezhou's most remarkable qualities, the seamless harmony between the urban and the natural. This is not a city with sharp, defined edges where concrete abruptly ends and wilderness begins. Instead, it's a place of gentle transitions, a landscape where city and nature are gracefully interwoven. Look at the city's periphery. Fingers of green in the form of parks, wetlands, and farmlands reach deep into the urban areas. Observe the farmland that surrounds the city. From up here, it's a stunning patchwork quilt of different colors and textures. The vibrant green of young rice paddies lies next to the rich dark brown of a freshly tilled field. Canals and irrigation channels cut through the landscape like silver threads, carrying life-giving water to the crops. This agricultural belt is not just a source of food, it's a vital green buffer that surrounds the city, keeping it connected to the earth and the cycles of planting and harvest. The rivers and lakes act as natural corridors, guiding the city's growth and ensuring that nature is never far away. The banks of the Yangtze and the shores of the lakes are not walled off with concrete. Instead, many are lined with beautiful parks, promenades, and wetland reserves. These areas serve a dual purpose. They provide recreational space for the city's residents and act as crucial habitats for wildlife. We can see how the city has been planned to embrace its waters, to celebrate them rather than conquer them. This balance is perhaps the most inspiring story Ezhou tells from the sky. It is a story of coexistence. The steady pulse of the city, with its traffic and commerce, exists alongside the gentle, timeless rhythms of the natural world. A flock of egrets can take flight from a wetland just a stone's throw from a bustling boulevard. A quiet fishing spot can be found just around the bend from a modern high-rise. This harmony is a testament to a deep cultural understanding that humanity is not separate from nature, but a part of it. As our journey nears its end, the sun begins its slow descent towards the western horizon. The character of the light changes once again. The bright, clear light of midday softens into the warm, honeyed tones of the late afternoon. This is the golden hour, a time photographers and filmmakers cherish, and from our aerial viewpoint, it is simply breathtaking. The entire city is bathed in a soft, magical glow. The Yangtze River, which was a sheet of gold at sunrise, now becomes a river of molten copper. It reflects the brilliant oranges, pinks, and purples of the setting sun, a spectacle of color that changes with every passing moment. The bridges that span its width are transformed into elegant silhouettes against the fiery sky. The windows of the buildings on the riverfront catch the last rays of direct sunlight, and for a few brief moments, they glitter and flash as if the city itself was studded with diamonds. As the sun dips below the horizon, a different kind of light begins to emerge. The streetlights flicker on, one by one, and then in whole sections, tracing the lines of the boulevards and avenues in chains of glowing pearls. The lights from homes and offices begin to dot the landscape, creating a new constellation on the ground. The city doesn't go dark, it simply transforms, swapping the natural light of the sun for the man-made light of its own creation. From our vantage point, high above in the tranquil air, the city at night is a thing of pure beauty. The patterns of light reveal the city's structure in a new way. The bright, concentrated lights of the city center give way to the softer, more spread-out glow of the residential areas. The main roads become rivers of light, with the red and white lights of traffic flowing steadily along them. There is no noise up here, just the silent, beautiful spectacle of a city glowing with life and energy, even as it settles down for the night. Our gentle flight is coming to a close. We now float in the deep, velvety darkness of the night sky, under a canopy of distant stars. Below us, Ezhou is a glittering tapestry, a mirror image of the heavens above. The vibrant energy of the day has subsided into a peaceful, steady glow. The rivers of light on the major roads have thinned to a trickle, and many of the city's windows have gone dark as its residents have retired for the night. The city is breathing deeply now, in a state of rest and renewal. It is a time of profound peace, and from up here, we are privileged to witness its quiet slumber. Looking down on the sleeping city, we can reflect on the journey we have taken. We saw its awakening in the golden light of dawn, We watched its heart begin to beat along its bridges and boulevards, and we admired the harmony it has achieved with the natural world. We floated over its green lungs and its reflective soul, and we witnessed the silent dance of its people. From the sky, Ezhou revealed itself not just as a collection of buildings and streets, but as a living, breathing entity with a character and a spirit all its own, a spirit of balance, tranquility, and a deep connection to the land and water. So as we drift away, carry this image of peace with you. Remember the golden river, the emerald parks, and the city glittering like a jewel in the night. Thank you for joining us on this peaceful journey over the heart of China.